What's going on, everyone? I'm just a typical, average American here today to react and learn about 10 weird things about Norway. As an American, I only know what life is like here in America. So today, I thought it'd be fun to learn about 10 ways that Norway is different and maybe even weird. So with that being said, let's take a look. Starting with number 1, Norwegians dig tunnels. The first thing that comes to my mind is like, what, Norwegians like burrow? Like dig tunnels? Like an animal or something? Is that something that Norwegians do? I didn't know about this. It's like werewolves or something. I don't think that's what we're talking about. Tunnels through the mountains, beneath cities, underwater. In some places, Norwegians build tunnels even where there are existing roads right next to them. Really, why so many tunnels in Norway? Okay, this makes sense in a mountainous, cold land with heavy snow, avalanches, and rock slides. Right. So, yeah, Norway has a very, very different geography than America, huh? Yeah, that's kind of cool, though, that there's all these tunnels in Norway. Oh, look, they have some pictures, actually. Oh my gosh, and there are some places in America where there are tunnels. Like, even we have some mountains here that there has to be a tunnel. But the tunnels in Norway still look a little different, especially this one on the right. It's much more natural looking. Like you can actually see the walls of the tunnel and the cave. It's actually really cool, honestly. Yes, that is very, very different between Norway and America. Like in America, there's some tunnels. We have some. That's it. We in America, you actually get kind of excited when you come across a tunnel. And we sometimes you play this game where you try to hold your breath the entire time you're driving through a tunnel. I don't know if you do that in Norway, but tunnels in Norway. That's cool. That's cool. Number 2, weird things about Norway. The Arctic is pink. What is that? What does that even mean? The Arctic is pink? Like the snow is pink? Or the ocean? What does this mean? Fireweed spreads like wildfire through much of northern Norway. What is fireweed? This opportunistic weed with bright pink flowers grows wherever it finds open ground. Is there a picture of this? Oh, wow, look at this. This is what they mean by the Arctic is pink? There's like it looks pretty, but it's kind of scary. This invasive plant crowds out vegetation. Oh, so this plant is very beautiful. Do you find this in some parts of Norway? A pink plant. But it's actually not good. It actually kills vegetation. This must be like indigenous to Norway or something. Wow. Number 3, a good cocktail is hard to find. Oh no! How will us Americans survive without a good cocktail? Why is this? Does Norway not drink as much? Or maybe you drink different things? Americans definitely enjoy a cocktail. Why is it hard to find? We found it surprisingly difficult to find good cocktails in Norway. I don't know, it's like, can't you just drink beer or wine or something? Like, do you need a cocktail? In one place, I ordered gin and tonic, and the eyes of the man behind the bar widened in fear. Gin and tonic, he said? Is that made with vodka? I had to walk him step by step, how to make it. Huh. So, is this just like cocktails, like mixed drinks? Aren't that common in Norway, or is this just an Oslo thing, or I don't know. In Norway, one drink can put you over the blood alcohol level for driving. Whoa. Whoa, the blood alcohol level, the legal limit for alcohol driving in Norway is lower? Is it like a lot lower in Norway? In America, you can drink a surprisingly large amount and not be illegal. Wow, fines are severe. Wow, maybe that's why it's hard to find all the cocktails, because Norwegians would never be able to get home. Number 4, Norwegians hike with their babies. What? Huh? Is this some kind of outdoorsy Norwegian thing? Or, I love to hike. Each summit feels like a victory. Yet time after time in Norway, I huffed and puffed my way up a mountain, only to find at the top are families having a picnic. Kindergarten age kids run around like little goats, and there are babies in backpacks. Are there pictures of this? Oh my god. Yeah. There's babies and toddlers and little kids going on hikes. This is the most Norwegian thing ever. In one case, I encountered 4 babies on a mountaintop. No wonder Norwegians love the outdoors. They climb mountains before they can walk. Oh my god. I mean, that's super cool. That is really weird for us Americans. We don't hike all that much to begin with. We don't really get outdoors as much as we should. The idea of bringing your baby on a hike, that'd be very, very weird here in America. But I think in Norway, it's just like, Norwegians know that it's healthy for you, and it's good to get outdoors, and man, Norwegians are hiking even as little tiny babies. Oh my god. Okay. Number 5, pizza and burgers everywhere. Yes, okay, perfect. And you can get them gluten-free. Why is this, this isn't weird. How is this weird? It's bizarre how popular burgers and pizza are in Norway. Really? Well, I guess, like, as an American, I wouldn't expect Norway, of all places, to have lots of pizza and burgers, because I think of Norway as, like, being very healthy. I mean, you're hiking with your babies, for crying out loud. You're obviously very healthy. But you still enjoy your burgers and pizza. Okay, I'm not I'm not upset. This is great for Americans. Even in the most remote towns, you can get both. It seems American-style fast food has conquered the country? Is that right? That's so funny, because as an American, I don't even know these things. Like that American food is popular in Norway? That's cool. Very cool. Burgers and pizza. That's really good news for a lot of Americans, because we love that stuff. Number 6, the lawn is on the roof. What? What does that even mean? What does that even mean, the lawn is on the roof? Outside cities and towns, it's common to see houses with a turf roof. Turf roof? Putting a thick layer of sod and grass growing on your roof made a lot of practical sense in the Viking Age up until the 19th century. What is this? Oh, oh, oh my god. That is amazing. Wait, what? What is this? There's a whole forest on top of the house, on the roof. What? That is incredible. What? This looks like out of a fantasy movie or something. What is the point of this, though? What's the reason? Turf insulation keeps a house dry and warm in the winter and cool in the summer. It's easy to maintain. Really? This does not look easy to maintain. How do you get a garden on top of your roof? That is incredible. I've never seen this in real life ever. Okay. How common is this in Norway? They were saying that this was more popular in the old days, like the Viking era. Is this still, like, happening in Norway? That's awesome. That's really awesome. The lawn is on the roof. I couldn't believe it. In recent decades, the turf roof has made a comeback. No kidding. Well, I have to admit, it looks really, really, really cool. Like, it looks amazing. I don't know how you do that. Okay, cool. 7. Cash is useless. Cash is useless? Like, Norwegians don't use regular paper bills or money? Norwegians buy everything with credit or debit card. Wow. As a result, ATMs are as rare as phone booths. What? No way. This is a huge difference between America and Norway. Huge difference. Now, don't get me wrong. A lot of Americans, like myself, I pay with my credit card or even my phone, but so many people in America still pay with cash. There's plenty of banks and ATMs all around to get cash. You see cash all the time. Whereas Norway is like a cashless society. It's just all credit cards and debit cards. I mean, in a way, that's pretty cool. Like you would think that's kind of the direction that the world is going, right? When I arrived in Norway, I spent the afternoon trying to find an ATM. Eventually, I found one in a deli. They take 10% commission. There is really no need for cash at all. Wow. I mean, that's probably how it'll be here in the United States one day. I think Norway is always like a couple steps ahead in terms of being progressive and technologically ahead. Wow, no cash. Huh. I mean, honestly, that might just make everything easier, huh? Wow, okay, that is weird. Number 8, spectacular scenery abounds, but don't expect a room with a view? Don't expect a room with a view. Why is that? One of the strangest things we encountered again in were hotels, homes, and cottages located in the midst of vast grandeur. So they were finding hotels and cottages in the most beautiful, amazing places. But they were situated so poorly you couldn't see the view? Why is that? In Norway, you make houses and cottages so that you can't see the best view? Is it so that the house doesn't obstruct the view or something? Or why is this? This is especially so in the rugged mountains Lofoten Islands, where there are hundreds of waterside cabins. Most of them are facing into a harbor with no view. Renters are more likely to be looking out onto a lumber yard or a fuel depot than the ocean. What? So, this is really interesting. They're saying maybe Norwegians are so used to being surrounded by natural beauty that they don't think about the view the way a visitor does. Right. I actually think that could be correct. Like, as an American, I would be really disappointed if I rented a cottage or something in Norway. I would want to be able to step outside and have an amazing view of the mountains or the fjords or whatever. But for Norwegians living in Norway, maybe the priority is just making the cottage in a good, logical spot. Not really for the best view of the surrounding area. Because for Norwegians, you can get a view of Norway all the time. You live there. But I think for tourists, this is surprising. That's a really interesting point of view. I've never heard that before. Huh. Okay. Number 9. Everyone speaks English. That's funny. That's funny that this is for many Americans. This would be really surprising. This would be weird. Because here in America, we only speak one language. It's very rare, Very rare for an American to speak two languages. So for most of Norwegians to also speak English, 89%. 89% of Norwegians speak English. That is absolutely amazing. 89% of Norway is bilingual. That is incredible. That I don't want to call it weird. It's more like impressive, but it is very, very different here in America. I wish we were taught more languages growing up. It's like a superpower. Not only is English taught in Norwegian school, but Norwegians are mostly fluent. Watching American TV shows and movies helps, but the fact that Norwegian and English are both Germanic languages, with sentence structures that are similar. Ah, interesting. So if you speak English, you might have a chance of learning Norwegian. Okay, oh. But seriously, I'm just amazed that Norwegians are all so bilingual. That's so good for Americans because visitors can get by with English pretty much everywhere in Norway, which makes traveling very easy for North Americans. Yeah, we only speak one language. I feel kind of privileged, like I'm depending on the rest of the world to speak English. I wish I could speak more than English, but I feel like it's almost too late for me. It gets harder and harder the older you get, right? Um, Norwegians learn English because it is an international language, and they consider themselves international people. Wow, that's really cool too. Like, I never thought about it. Why do Norwegians make everyone learn English and Norwegian? And it's because Norwegians take a lot of pride in being international. And I think Norwegians know it's a really, really big benefit to speak English. Wow. Wow, 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 wow. That's super cool. Super cool. Okay, and finally, Norwegians don't treat you like a tourist. Really? So if Americans go to Norway, what does that mean exactly? Norwegians don't treat you like a tourist. What does that mean? I've traveled all over the world. After a while, getting treated like a tourist gets tiresome. People are usually polite, but you get the feeling that you're just one face in a long line of customers. You're treated like a sheep. I haven't felt this way once the past 2 months in Norway. Norwegians don't see you as a tourist, they see you as a person. Oh, I see, because if you live somewhere where there's a lot of tourism, you kind of stop paying attention to the tourists, I guess, right? You stop even seeing them as people, they're just travelers and visitors that are coming for a day or two and then they leave. And it's easy to stop seeing them as people, even. But Norwegians actually, like, you actually care about tourists, you're actually polite and see them as people. That's super nice, very considerate. That says a lot about Norwegian people. Even people in the tourism business, servers, hotel staff, tour guides, bartenders, they talk to you as if it's you they are speaking to, not a customer. Wow, that's really, really refreshing. And also, a lot of Americans might find that weird because it's not even true in America. Like in America, a lot of the customer service people don't even talk to you like you're a person, you know? Like, they talk to you like you're a customer. And they use like a script, like words that they already have prepared. Norwegians just seem a lot more authentic, I think. Wow. That's really, really cool. Wow. I love that one. Norwegians don't treat you like a tourist, they treat you like a person. That is surprising to me, but man, this whole list was really surprising to me. Really, really fun. Norwegians dig tunnels. I'm still imagining Norwegians burrowing around with your hands when I read that. But this was super, super fun. There was a lot of crazy stuff here. A lot of weird stuff about Norway, but weird in a really, really good way. Really good way. Norway is so different to life here in America and is so fun to learn about these things. I swear. So I really enjoyed this. Anyway, if you enjoyed this as well, feel free to give this video a like or leave a comment with your thoughts on any of these weird things about Norway, or if there's any other weird things you thought of that weren't on this list. That'd be fun to hear about. And if you're interested in more videos like this, me reacting to Norway and Norwegian culture and learning things about Norway for the first time, feel free to subscribe for more. And until then, thanks for watching and see you next time.